There we go. Hopefully this is working out okay for you guys. Hey, can you guys see me? I know it's a little preemptive. I'm like 2 minutes before it started, but I've never streamed before, so there we go. Hopefully this is working out okay for you guys. Little feedback. Hey! So who's in here so far? Modmaster, I know. Ohio, I know. I don't think I've met Kyle. Kyle Laney, have I seen you before? Oh, good. I'm happy it's good quality. I wasn't sure, so I'm running on. I don't want to unplug this. Do you guys remember that? What do they call that thing? The little portable Wi-Fi unit thing that I showed you during the house tour. I'm running off that, which should be like absolute garbage, but I think it's doing all right. I can't really tell. How's your bike injury? Healed. I think I should have explained that better. That bike injury happened. Oh, by the way, sorry if I'm looking off screen. That's where my chat is. The bike injury happened last March. But because, I mean, I got really jacked up, I ended up having to, after the crash happened, I had to go and drag my bike like 6 blocks. The whole front end was smashed in. I was bleeding everywhere. No one stopped to ask if I was okay, weirdly enough. I was in a pretty populated area. Everyone just kind of looked at me and was like, don't look at him. I dragged my bike to go to where I was living, basically, and then dropped my bike, walked up 6 flights of stairs to the people who were helping me out at the time, and knocked on the door and were like, help. And I was just, it looked like I got mugged. And then I kind of went in and out of consciousness the next couple of days. Probably should have gone to a doctor, but I was leaving to go back to America. If I went to see a doctor, healthcare system can be a little bit slow when it comes to like surgeries. It wouldn't have even mattered. So I just went home, and my nose, I don't know if you guys could tell, hopefully, but like, can you see how it's a little crooked at the top? That's because the whole front, the handlebar of the bike hit me like perpendicular of his bike. And the nurse said I was lucky to still have my teeth, so I have teeth still, yay. But I'm still pretty jacked up from it. I can't sleep very well. I guess I snore now, which I've never used to snore before. My nose is all blocked. And one side is almost completely blocked, so I have to like breathe out of my mouth a bit now. I will get it fixed eventually. I think you can just use a deviated septum, but like, you know, whatever. I don't think I have anything else to say with that story. It's healed, but it's not going good now. But I better keep up with this chat. You guys are going crazy. Yeah, we private chatted about Japan a couple months back. Oh, that's good, Kyle. I'm really good at remembering people that like constantly pop up. But I do have a whole bunch of one-off people, so sometimes I can get a little mixed up, especially if it's a name like Kyle or, I don't know, Steve, Chad, whatever. I don't know why Chad. But because there's so many people, it takes me a bit. But for people who have like really distinct names, like there's a couple people in here I've spoke to a lot. I mean, Automaton, I hope I'm saying that right. Mega Blackhawk's actually a real life friend of mine. Ohio, I've known forever. Modmaster, I've known forever. There's a whole bunch of people that literally have been with me. Not them specifically. I don't know if they necessarily have, but there are people I know who've been with me since I had like 13 subscribers. You kind of pop up. Oh, there's Mina. Yeah, see? I know Mina too. She's in like every other video of mine. So when you're frequent, I do know who you are. I'm not, you know, I don't just kind of go through the comments and go, all right, reply. Like I actually really take a lot of pride in getting to know you guys. One second, I'm gonna take a sip of my tea. This will be an unofficial tea time. My Lord, it's hot. Okay, let's keep going. Who needs who needs doctors? Yeah, there's a little lag. I'm sure there's a little lag. I had it set up for you guys not to have to buffer. I guess there's 2 options with Google Hangouts. So you can either have it where you, gosh, I'm gonna jack this up already. I'm very tired. It's early morning here, if you guys can't tell. You can have it set up for user latency, which means that the lag goes down, or you can have it for set up for user buffering, so you guys don't have to buffer it. Like, it'll stay with it, but if something happens, you guys have to get that pinwheel of death. So I figured it'd be better to go with buffering than latency for right now, but that's just me. Sorry about the lag if you guys are annoyed by it. Hold on. Did you get a new bike? I assume that's your best transportation method. I did get a new bike. I have this sweet hot pink bike. I don't know if you guys know what a mamachari is. It's a Japanese term for this, like, picture in anime, the stereotypical bike that girls ride. That's a mamachari. Now, it's not just exclusive to girls. Everyone in Japan rides mamacharis. It's a thing. Like, it's such a common bike. It's like the everyman's bike here. But a friend of mine who, he's a German student that went to Genki. He went back to Germany. He's an awesome guy. His name's Paul. He ended up buying one used, and he was leaving, and he goes, I don't know what to do with it. And I'm like, I'll buy it from you. So I ended up buying Paul's old, I think I posted a picture on Twitter, but I'm sure a lot of guys either don't use Twitter or don't have Twitter. Follow me there if you guys want to, like, see more of my life outside of my YouTube channel, or, like, for updates like this when you guys want to know if things are, you know, streaming and happening. I probably should put on Twitter that I'm streaming. Whatever, I don't care. I'm too lazy. And I'm behind on comments, so. Commenting from ALCC. Hey, guys. How are you? I haven't seen you in a while. I'm trying to look at you guys through my camera, but I don't think that's how this works. But I miss you. I will be home. Not for a while, unfortunately. But when I am, I'll come say hi. I like the church youth group because it gives me stuff to do and not just twiddle my fingers in my tiny apartment. So, and you guys are, like, awesome. Like, we used to get yogurt and all this fun stuff. I guess this probably means nothing to the rest of you. I used to be a youth group leader at a church in America, and these are my students that are popping up. Hold on. What is happening? I think you got a pink bike. You're right. See, someone pays attention to Twitter. How's the weather today? It's so hot that I decided not to leave. Like, I was supposed to teach today, and it was so hot. I was like, this isn't going to be a thing for me today. It is far too hot. I think it's like, in Celsius, it's like 31 or something ridiculous. I think in Fahrenheit, it's like, but it feels like more than 100 because of the humidity. I live in Fukuoka, which is like, I'm like a 10-minute bike ride from the ocean, so it's like hot, hot. Hello from the students of ALCC. Oh, so the whole students are watching. Well, that's nerve-wracking. Hi, guys. Miss me? Probably not. You probably are lucky to get rid of me, but I missed you, and that's the important part. How long do you plan to stream? I don't know. Well, what's weird, so I'm going to put this up as Saturday's video because I just don't have, I'm an adult. I have to, like, work and do other stuff. I don't have the time to do this and a Saturday video, so this is going to be my Saturday video. When it's done streaming, it'll be up on my channel. So at the end of this, I'll, like, catch you guys up on my week and where I'm at in studying, and this will kind of be like a pseudo special Saturday video. When's the next tea time? Or when's the next tea time chat for those for awesome? Wait, what? When's the next tea time chat those for, oh, those were awesome, probably. I really like them too. Here's the funny thing. It is one of the least watched series on my entire channel. It is one of my favorite things I've ever done. Like, literally, it goes, that, like, Bob Ross calligraphy skit I did. I have, like, almost 3,000 subscribers. I think only 500 people have watched it, and that's, like, my favorite thing I've ever done. So if you guys are a real Chad fan, go after this and go watch that. And then it's tea time. Didn't like it or didn't like the format and thought it was weird or pretentious. I loved it. I thought it was super fun. And for those of you guys wondering, I do. I am, let me make sure I'm back in frame, shall we? I am doing the classic chocolate mint, the OG from the tea time, because Alex brought me a whole bunch from America. I bought a whole bunch from America, so I am stocked up. This stuff is delicious. If you guys haven't had this, I don't know, if you guys are interested in it, I'll tweet it out on one of days. I'm not sponsored by these guys. This is just, like, my favorite tea. And I will do more tea times. I just gotta people to like it. then I'm able to do it more frequently. I would like to do 3 videos a week, frankly, because the channel's been growing so much. I like my Saturday fluent in under a year video, and then I'd like to do a tea time, either once a week or once every other week. Mina's having tea too. What tea you having, Mina? I'm not a flowery tea person. I have friends that like rose hip stuff. I'm a tea that's flavored type of person. I guess that's like the pipe tobacco of the tea world, I guess you could say. Hold on one sec. Hi from Granby. That's my mom. Hi, Mom. That if they're in Granby, that means my family is fly fishing right now. So I am just going to drink my tea and not be jealous. Northeast of Thailand. Really? I didn't know my reach went that far. Pam, oh, I'm going to mess this up. I'm so sorry. Pam, I think, is right. Kamchali. If that's not your name, I sincerely apologize. I'm learning Japanese, not Taiwanese, maybe? I'm probably going to get that wrong, too. Man, it's already 9 a.m. here or something, and I'm already insensitive. Whatever. It's nice to meet you, by the way. I've seen you in the comments, by the way, so I know who you are. I know you're not new, but I just want to say hi. Hello from Guam. What the heck? Why do I have such an international audience? Guam. Tamili S. Soroma. Hopefully I didn't get that wrong. Hello. Hi from Japan. I see you. I think you're a lovely person. I don't think I've seen you in the comments yet that I'm aware of. Not that you have to be there, by the way. That's how I typically know people. Shin, what's up, dude? Okay, Shin's like an old, well, I don't know about old friend. It's not like years, but like he's been knew me when I was under 1,000 subs. I'm pretty sure. Me and him have been buddies, and me and him always have this thing. We're like, we're gonna do videos together, man. It's gonna be sweet. And then I get caught up in school, or he gets caught up in school, and so it just hasn't happened yet. If you guys do like anime content, go check out his channel. I don't even care if you guys leave this stream to go check it out. He's a really, really, and his opinions are pretty freaking valid if you ask me. Hi, Chad. I love you. Have me kids. So are you an Irish bagel now, or I thought you were a panda bagel? I've seen panda bagels in the comments a lot too recently. And he or she or they or it, I don't know what its pronoun is. I don't know if bagels have genders, but it has been very nice to me. Twitter's the only way for me communicating with you frequently, so I will have to look back through the pictures on there. I recommend it. That's if you guys want to know, hey, where's the video, if it's late or if it's earlier. If you guys want to know where the stream is, you have to go on Twitter, because I don't open up my Facebook to the public, even though some of you guys have found it. I do have a Tumblr, but I don't post updates on Tumblr. I used to post every video on there, but now I don't care. Hey, there's a lady in a very skimpy dress out my window collecting her laundry. This is distracting. All right, let's keep going. How's the weather in Fukuoka in September? I'm thinking about making a week-long trip to visit Fukuoka, or to visit the school before I commit to going to the school. It's better in September. It's probably around 80 for the first part, late 70s for the second part. Still decently humid. Although I've been reading the news reports here, and they say it's going to be hot here until October this year. This has been like the hottest year in recent memory in Fukuoka. So week, I mean, it may be hot, but I guess it's the same as going to like vacation in Mexico. Like, just do you, boo-boo, because I'm going to do me. This has made my car trip so much better. Thank you, Chad. I know, Mackenzie, I know you too. So hi, nice to finally, I don't know, this is weird. It's not like meeting you guys. What I should do is Skype with you, but there's, I think, too many of you now to Skype. It's nice to meet you. You know what I should do? I should do a Google Hangouts with like the people I see a lot in the comments, and just like talk and say hi and like try to be friends. That would be fun. I want to try and do that. I got to think of how to do that though. My favorite is vanilla Komoro. I assume that's a tea, and I'm going to write that down in case that is a tea, because I'm a tea fiend, as some people would say. Or pipe tobacco flavor, I guess, but I'm not going to think about that for right now. Vanilla Komoro, Cars, whatever. Thank you for the recommendation. Hey, you know my mom. Do I? Do I know your mom? Is it because you're both commenters, or do I know your mom in real life? Like, you're gonna have to explain that a bit more for me. I do know a lot of people, but I do try to know names and faces because I think people are very important. So I bet I do know her, but I just need to know from where. I would like to order a McDouble, please. You in the wrong country for that, son. Like, I do go to McDonald's here a lot, but they don't necessarily have like a McDouble. They have this really gross. It's like a pork burger with bacon, and it's dumb. Like, McDonald's here is pretty good, but that one thing kind of sucks. We are all here. What do you mean by all? Like, is it all the Zimmermans, or is it like the group, like Dad's Fister group, or what is it? Either way, hi everybody. I'm just having Earl Grey, nothing exciting, but please do more tea time. Okay, so this is giving me hope. So maybe tea time can make a good comeback now. Earl Grey's good. I do like dark tea a lot. In fact, this is a version. It's an Earl Grey. It's a Chinese Earl Grey. So it's done in the same style, but made from Chinese leaves, which are like a special. It's dried a special way and cooked a special way. But it has chocolate and peppermint in it. And it's not like cacao. It's like a chocolate extract, and then it has like mint leaves. And it's, oh, this is the bomb. This is the bomb.com right here. It makes a very black tea, so if you're not down with dark teas, I don't recommend it. Tandoori tea. Okay, let's keep going. Good day. Oh, you're an Australian? I should have known. You're too kind. You see, you can't be as nice as you are and be American. It just doesn't exist anymore. At least I don't. That's not fair. There's a lot of nice people in America. But if you guys don't know Modmaster68, I mean, he's in the comments a lot. I'm sure a lot of you have like talked to him and seen him. That's one of the cool things about this YouTube community that I have. Like, people like know each other, and I'm not like a big YouTuber. I don't even really consider myself a YouTuber. I consider myself a content creator because I don't really make a living off this. But everyone kind of knows each other and like talks to each other, so it's super dope. But if you guys haven't met him, he's like super nice. He's so cool. I have a whole bunch of Australian friends, actually. Just because of Japan, a lot of people from Australia live here, so what can you do? Hold on. Where was I at? Good respect and your wonderful accent is really cool. Why would you want that? This is my standard foreigner accent, and it goes for people who talk like they speak English, both in like a secondary sense, and it also, I do this accent in Japanese sometimes when it sounds like a English person is trying to speak Google Translate Japanese. This is how you sound to me. I'm sad I missed the first 10 minutes, and I'm driving, so I'm going to miss more. Oh, Hannah. Well, it's fine. You know, there's a lot of people watching this. Like, so I'm not a big YouTuber. For me, having, 25 or 30 people watching as I'm streaming is quite a good feeling. It was unexpected. I would love to Skype Chad. That would be awesome. It's definitely possible. I'm not too high and mighty to like Skype you guys. I just have to figure out a way to do it realistically. I don't want to I'm not worried about showing favoritism. I just need to find a way to do it to where I can Skype all you guys either individually or together, and like figure out how to deal with time zones and figure out when I can be free. And school starts again tomorrow, so it's like I can figure it out. I just got to figure out how. I have to sit down with a pen, kind of like what I'm doing now, but I'm not going to do it. Coffee is greater than tea. I am not a coffee fan, so I've never liked coffee. I actually didn't even always like tea. Because I'm in college, I need a little bit of caffeine, but I can't handle caffeine very well. If I have a Red Bull, I like freak out and like get heart palpitations and like get all jacked up. The one time I had coffee, I was teaching English at a Starbucks, just a private meetup lesson where someone was just wanting to practice conversating, and he would not relent. He wanted to buy me a cup of coffee, so I was like, fine, just give me like an iced coffee and let's put all the sugar and cream in it. And I started drinking it. I don't like bitter, so I was like, oh, this is a nightmare. But I wanted to be polite because this is, it's his money. He's being very nice about it. I finished it. I was buzzed until the next morning. I didn't sleep the whole night. And I felt like the buzz, it wasn't like energy, it was like that kind of like and the feeling I assume you get when like you drag a cigarette, like the that's what in like 4 or 5 p.m. all night, all 12 or whatever hours all night. So I can't do coffee. It's made by the same company. No way. Okay, so I'm definitely gonna order that next. 50 fish yesterday, 40 today. Miss you, Chad. Love, Dad. 50. As my rods sit in the corner. I went fishing 2 days ago, but I didn't get anything. I'm still learning. If you guys don't know what these are. So after losing my legit fly rod, I'm a fly fisherman, if you guys don't know, and I really like to fish. I bought this. This is like the traditional style of rod here. I know what the kanjis mean. I forgot how to read it. It's like kyansuri or something like that. It's like pulse fishing. It's a very special, particular kind of fishing. It's very difficult. So like 2 days ago, I went back out for like 2 hours and just tried to fish with it. And it was freaking hard. It was not easy. I'm getting better at it, but I didn't catch anything. So I guess for whatever that's worth, pops. Make my 0 fishes. I've learned it's definitely not about the number of fish I catch. I used to be all about number and size. And then you kind of grow up a bit and you're like, man, I have school and I have work and I just want to go. I don't care if I catch anything. I just love to fish and I want to go outside and be in the sun and be in the air and have my feet in the water. And I want to go out to the countryside away from the city. And I just want to fish. The act of fishing. It's not about catching. My dad always used to tell me that if it was about catching, it wouldn't be calling it fishing or something like that. And I really take that to heart now because it's like I very rarely catch fish, and when I do, they're not very impressive. But it's not about that. I just have so much fun doing it, and I've learned just how much I actually enjoy fishing. So I'm very grateful for every chance I get to go out, even if I don't catch anything. Hi, love your videos. Love from Portugal. Frick. I haven't seen one of these. Oh, I've seen one of these from the US. The rest of these are from all over the world. So this is really cool. Be so many people. I'm sorry. I'm trying to keep up with the comments. There's just way more than I expected. Hi, Portugal. I actually can't point out where you are. And that's a freaking cicada that just hit my window twice. Is that a bird? No, that's a freaking cicada. It's like this. It's like that freaking big, and it just hit my window twice. Well, good. Hold on. Where are we at? Hold on. Right, there's so many. Hold on. I'm so sorry, guys. Thank you, you rock. Happy to. Sup, boy, freaking Tempest. Oh my gosh. Okay, he's an OG fan. Me, not a fan. I hate call. Sorry, dude. I didn't mean to call you a fan. He's an OG friend. He's like my first YouTube friend. We met because if you guys don't know what hummingbird.me is, it's an anime watching site. It's kind of like my anime list. Freaking A. He's an old friend. And a good one, too. Me and him, we started about the same size. I think he had more subs than me when I first met him. I had like, we each had about 100 or something. If you know what, you guys here, so do me, if you love me and respect me as a content creator. Okay, if you guys like what I do, I want to, real quick, I want to throw a legit shout out. And what I mean, please, please, please go check out a channel called Tempest Prod, TEMPESTPROD. Can I type in the chat? Chad, say something. Yeah, I'm going to type it out with Tempest Prod. I hope I'm spelling that right. Or I'm pretty sure you can type in Tempest Production. He does a lot of streaming, does a lot of YouTube videos, does not get the credit he deserves. He's my favorite freaking person to watch on this platform. He's so funny. He's not just trying to be like a pootie pie, like a screamer. He's not this guy that flocks onto every single what do you call it? He doesn't just hop on bandwagons, and he's the nicest freaking guy. If you guys, please, please, please go check out his channel. Go leave a comment. Go tell him I sent you. It doesn't matter who sent him. I just want him to get more people to notice what he does because he works hard and he does such a good job, and he doesn't get I don't think he gets enough recognition and support. So please go check out his channel real quick. I'm back picking up a phone call, missed some stuff anyways. It's hot here in Toronto as well. It's been 33 degrees yesterday. Now, I know 33 degrees is hot because I've been living in Japan. I know nothing about like Celsius. I'm American. So I know 33 is like freaking hot though. I'm all for a Skype call or a Hangout call. We'll do it, man. I'll find a way to do it. I gotta figure out times and stuff. Why are you live right now? Time zones, dang it. Live right now because it's about 10:30 in the AM here, and I'm an adult and have stuff to do in the afternoon and still have to study. I've been, for any of you guys who are old school fans, you probably understand this. Everyone's not. You won't. The old Depression lumberjack came back recently, so I'm dealing with him. So I'm just trying to get through my days and trying not to get all jacked up. So for right now, I'm just trying to stream and say hi to you guys and be as positive as I can while I still have the positivity in me. I'm just worried if you Skype because people can dox you if they really wanted to. I respect the concern. I guess the thing is, like, look at how big I am. And I'm not doing anything that's like controversial or would make people want to dox me. Like, I mean, I can see if someone wants to dox like a famous YouTuber. I have like 2,000 subscribers. Right now, 23 of you are watching me. And the people who I Skype with are the people that are like friends of mine in the comments. They've been friends for a while. I don't think it would happen because I don't know why someone would be like, oh, let me dox this guy who, I mean, no one will really care if I dox him because nobody really knows who he is. But, you know, like, I don't know, maybe Poodle Corp will target me. I don't know. Hopefully not. I'm lucky Australia is only like an hour behind. It's 11 in the morning down under me. Yeah, so I knew that too because my friends say it's about the same time zone. For me, I think it's 15 hours ahead of my home. So a lot of people in America are probably watching this at night. So sorry about that. I started my tea adventures with peppermint tea. I started mine with sleepy time tea when I was a kid because I was a pansy, never went to bed. How's the new rod with the spinning reel been doing? So the new rod is huge. It's, I won't show it on stream. It will just be redundant for those who don't care about fishing. I haven't caught anything on it yet. It's really tricky. It's like throwing a freaking log. It's so, it has no give because it's meant to pull like freaking tuna and carp out of the water. So, and I'm not a skilled tuna or carp fisherman, so I'm still learning. I'm having to learn how to fish that I've never fished before, in a language that I've never fished before, and having to go to fish shops and ask for lures and bait and techniques in a language that I'm not like fluent in yet. So I'm learning, and every day I'm getting better, but it's a slow crawl. You will remind me of David Tennant as the Doctor. This is a great live stream. Frick, you have no idea. This is the weird thing. I've been called Tennant, and I've been called Matt Smith. I cosplayed Matt Smith. You know what? I'll retweet that photo when I'm done with this. I cosplayed Matt at a camp that I went to like 2 years ago. I love Doctor Who, by the way. I'm a big nerd. I like anime. I like Doctor Who. I've played Dungeons and Dragons in 2 different guilds over the past like 8 years. Like, not trying to show off my cred or anything, because there are things I'm not nerdy about. I'm not very big on gaming. I do play stuff occasionally, but I'm not much like, how am I going to stream? I don't play video games because that's what I thought streaming was. Have you got any cute Japanese anime girls yet? This rod is not prepared for Japanese anime girls. You see, you need a longer one. This one's only 20 feet. You probably need about 40 feet because they're contagious. And you want to put a piece of toast on there, and you want to hang it out front of their house while they're running late. You see, and you got to dangle it, and they'll get it in their mouth first try, and they'll bolt out the door, and that's when you gotta really reel it in. Otherwise, they'll drag you all the way to school, and you don't want to go to a Japanese anime school. They're annoying. Everyone smells bad. Oop, hold on. There's so many freaking messages. I'm so sorry, guys. I promise you I'm going to try to get to all these. Okay, here we are. Do you need a fishing license like in America? In some parts of Japan, you do. I know in Tokyo you need it. In Kyushu, the bottommost island, the island that I live in, the one that has like Kagoshima, which is where Wanima's from. If any of you guys are Japanese music fans, Fukuoka, which is like Mentai Rock and all that fun stuff. This whole kind of area, you don't need any fishing license. I mean, if it's a government place or like a private area, maybe, but there'll be signs saying that like, hey, we own this, come by our whatever. But I've never seen one on Kyushu. All the rivers are owned by like private companies. They buy like river rights for like a year, and you have to go to like convenience stores or to fishing stores for each area to buy specific passes for that place. So yeah, I guess if you want to, there's really good fishing around Tokyo. If you want to fish without licenses, go to like Beppu or Kitakyushu. There's a lot of good fishing there. Fukuoka has like decent fishing, but it's not like the best. It was really making me happy. You go. How many? 29. Wow. 30. Wow. Okay. Wow. Thank you guys. 31. Holy crap. I don't really have anything to say. I'm like 30 people are watching me right now. That's weird. It's such a weird feeling. I still get excited when I get like 100 views on a video. I still get like pumped. I'm like, freaking what? Like I'm so stoked to see that people like care about what I do. Still, like even I still care about every single subscriber that subscribes to me. I get like a good feeling about it. It never goes away. My vitamins, I forgot. I want to do it while my tea's still hot. I'm pretty sure Chad has a girl. I think she's actually been in some of his videos. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm going to pass over that one. Leave that to the internet debates. Dude, cicadas are way bigger in Japan than Australia, like 2 times. Freaking, dude, it's like a small, like a dinner roll. It's like a dinner roll. Do I have anything of like relative size to like freaking? I mean, this is pretty close. This is a card box that I have, but like pretty close to this. And it's just, it hit like, that's why I was like, is that a bird? Because it hit my window super hard. I think the bug wants to do tea time with you. He can, but they're so annoying. Cicadas are so annoying here. It's ridiculous. Subscribed. Oh, Mod, I didn't know you weren't subscribed. I mean, it doesn't hurt my feelings or anything. I just didn't know. Have you been playing Pokemon Go? Bruh, I like ruled Pokemon Go here for the longest time. So the first week, or I should say the first 4 days I played. Oh, there's the cicada. I'm looking at it. Freaking A, that thing's huge. The first 4 days I played it, I got to level 22. And then because school's coming back, I was like, okay, you can't just play games all the time. Study. And so I've cut down a bit. I'm on Pokedex is. I'll show you guys my top team right now, and then I'll show you like what my Pokedex is. But it's got to load, so I'll just let that load right there. I love Pokemon Go. It's been really fun. My dream is being a Pokemon master in Japan. So, bruh, I'm just here from camaraderie, but thanks. Yeah, I'm not trying to like. Gee, I'm getting like heartburn, or not like heartburn, but like burning my throat. I'm not trying to like do business or anything with you. I really believe you're underrated. So I'm trying to get anyone to you as much as I can. Okay, this is my Pokemon team. So my top tier right now, I'll show you on the stream too. I got it. Okay. Hopefully you guys can see this. If you guys can't, I sincerely apologize. But this is this is me. And I think it's, what is it? So I have a 1532 Gyarados, a 1419 Slowbro, a 1288 Vaporeon, a 1263 Golduck, 1250 Flareon, and 1185 Starmie. And then my next favorite that I really like is my 1180 Electabuzz. That's kind of the top tier right now. Oh, and Pokedex, that's right, sorry. Pokedex. My Pokedex is, okay, what happened? 88. So a little bit over halfway. Where are we at? Hi from Aunt Renee and Todd. Okay, so the gang's all here. Hi guys. My family's explaining who's out fishing with my family right now. Apparently it's 91.4 in American speak. Friggin' Americans. Don't know why you guys gotta use the weirdest shit. Like, don't step on me, bro. Don't tread on Texas. Okay, don't mess with Texas. I'm not even from Texas, but don't mess with them. They'll threaten to secede and vote for Trump. It's a bad mix. Okay, let's keep going. Oh, where are we at? Freaking A. This is a very good feeling because like, and Pokemon are popping up. It's a Weedle. I'm catching a Weedle on stream, and you guys are like, Chad, why are you catching a Weedle? You're already level 23. Because I grind hard, and that requires Weedles. Okay, what do we got? Tell me if it sticks. Did it stick? Huh? Did it stick? Stick? It stuck! Yeah. Okay. little things. Like, it's really easy to get me pumped up. Anyways, I'll just leave that on while I'm here. Yeah, it's almost 7:30 back home. Hey, Noah. Hey, how are you? I haven't seen you forever, dude. Your Facebook posts are so encouraging. You're the best. Who worked with you at the theater. Her name is Prudence. Bruh, yeah, Prudence. Prudence is like one of my favorite workers. Savannah Coleman. How did you find me? Is it because of your mom, or is it you just found me and this was a weird coinky dink? But yeah, your mom's awesome. It's like past midnight where I live, and I need to work in the morning, so too bad for me right now. I'll see you tomorrow. Good night, everyone. Kim, this will be uploaded on my channel, and you can start from, I don't have a time meter, from wherever this point is, and you can watch whatever you missed. But good night. Have fun at work tomorrow. Are you watching any seasonal anime? Anime here is blocked. It's so hard to watch if you don't watch it on TV, and I only have like 8 channels because I'm a broke college student and I don't want to buy more channels I won't use on TV, so I'm not watching any seasonal anime. However, there are awesome people like Shin and like a couple other people that are keeping me updated on what's good to watch, and I'm keeping track of it on Hummingbird, and I'll watch it when I go back to America. I'm going back in December, hopefully, to see my parents and, you know, to say hi to everybody because I really miss them, and I'm pretty homesick even if I don't like to admit it. I'm not very good at lighting, but I am pretty homesick. So when I go, I'll end up probably downloading everything and watching it in like a week and then coming back to Japan. Hi, Daniel Oleo. Hi, Daniel. Nice to meet you. I was going to ask if you play Warhammer. Bro, I played Warhammer. I was into 30K for a while, and then I got into, was it War Machine? War Machine for me was a little bit easier. There's less rules, and I used to play the Proterate of something. It was the church people, and that was really fun. I like tabletop games. I think they're so underrated. If you guys aren't into tabletop games, buy a Warhammer set, go to a local game store, get some Magic the Gathering cards, go play something, and go be a part of a nerdy community that likes to do, not just sit behind a screen, but like interact with each other. It's a whole different level of just fun. For the Emperor. Yeah. Wanima is awesome. I love their music, and Chad helped me find them. Wanima is a great band. They're actually some homies of mine, so I know them because a friend of mine runs a record store here. And when I first came here, I would speak in Japanese, she would speak in English. We would trade Japanese and English artists to like recommend and like get them to kind of explode in each other's countries. And Wanima was her first recommendation, and it came out when their first album came out, and I've been a big fan since then. And now they're getting really big. They're signed to Pizza of Death now, which is a really big Japanese label. Like, I love them to pieces. They're great guys. Bro, what level you would go? I think I said this already, but I'm 23. But I'm also backlogged, so I'm trying to freaking keep going. Thanks. Hey, Henry. How are you? Michael Villo. Back to you, dog. I'm not very hip. Here's some Korean I can't read by Henry Brook. Good on you. Probably hello or goodbye or like F you or something, if we're being honest. Been watching for 45 months, rarely am a subscriber. You often motivate me to continue with Japanese, so I thank you for that. Love from Canada. You don't have to be subscribed for me to like you. It's not about that. Subscriptions are just if you want to see my content constantly. Steven, nice to meet you. Thank you so much for checking out my videos. I appreciate it. If you want to keep continuing Japanese, that's your goal, freaking do it. You can do it. It's possible. There's so many people that will tell you, no, it's too hard. It takes too long. It is hard. It does take a while. You have to love it. But if you do, chase it and you can do it. Like, I'm a prime example of someone who, I'm not a language learner. So when I was in high school, I took 3 different languages growing up. Sign language, immediately dropped it, couldn't deal with it. I took Spanish for 6 years. I remember one sentence. I know, El gato en mi pantalones, donde está el baño? And I've been to Mexico, and you don't really need it when you go to the touristy areas. It means like there's a cat in my pants, where's the bathroom? Studied French for 2 years. I remember how to count to 8 and like how to say I speak a little French. That's it. Person that should have learned a language. There were so many other people in my high school that were great at languages, and those people don't do anything anymore with it. It's not about being good at a language. It's about being passionate about something. You don't have to be good at something to be passionate about it. Language learner. I'm so bad at it. That's why when you guys see all these tips and tricks that I post on the language, it's not because, oh, he's so creative, he's finding a new way to do it. It's because I'm so bad at a language. If I don't have these language hacks, if I don't have these tips, then I don't ever pass. I always fail. I always forget. I never remember. I get bad grades. So good at something doesn't mean don't do it. If you want to do it, if you're passionate about it, freaking go for it. You guys get one life, and even tomorrow, you guys could die in your sleep, and you'd have no idea. Go towards something. Don't just get by going day to day and doing your work or whatever, if it's a job you dislike. Do something that makes you say, if I were to die today, I'm okay. I worked hard, I did something. I built a website, built a business, learned a language, traveled to a foreign country, started a YouTube channel. Tomorrow's not promised. Get some stuff done. Go make yourself. It's not about making something. It's just about doing something. Like I remember being in America and just hating my life because I wasn't really smart enough to go to college. I was just going deadbeat job to deadbeat job, and my parents had all the support in the world for me, but I didn't know what I wanted to do because everything just sucked. And then the two things that I really wanted to do, I wanted to help out in churches, but it's not really a way to get paid, and I don't want to get paid for it, is I really, really, really want to learn Japanese. It started with me liking anime and then moved into church stuff and then moved into me just appreciating the language. But those are the two things I wanted to do, and my parents supported me 100%. And now now that I'm here, I'm living every day going towards something. Every day feels purposeful. It feels like I'm going towards something. That's a feeling I don't trade for the rest of the world. A feeling like you have a purpose in doing something. And I'm not that guy that's like, oh, you got a purpose for your life. There's a lot of people who don't want a purpose. That's totally fine. But if you're like me, go freaking do something. Go accomplish something. You can do it. It's possible. It may take 10 years. I read the study that said, like, and this is part of my goals video if you guys watched it, people overestimate what they can do in a year and underestimate what they can do in 5 to 10. And so what happens is a lot of people go, this time next year I'm going to be fluent, arrogantly. And then next year comes and you're not fluent. And you feel super discouraged. Like, I'm so far away. I'm done. I'm going to quit. And you don't realize that you literally, by putting in like less than that effort, but doing it over like a longer period, kind of marathoning your journey, you can do so much more. So I definitely say, hey, go do your thing and just stick with it. Like, don't just give up when you overestimate in the short term, but because you underestimate in the long term. No, I was subscribed to you, Chad. I just subscribed to Tempest Prod. Hey, here's to you. I will here, just like that. Cheers. That's for old Tempy Poo. Nihongo de nan to imasu ka? Do you mean like how do you say it in Japanese? Here, if you guys want to learn kind of the homey way to say that, so what you say is the item in English and then go Nihongo de nani, and that's like how the bros say, how do you say this? So like, if they want to say like inu ego de nani, that's like how they ask their friends, how do you say dog in English? So if you guys, nanto imasu ka is like super formal. I don't think I've ever used nanto since I've been here. So Nihongo de nani, and then the word in English first. But how do you say chopsticks? Hashi? Like I had chopsticks like this. It depends on the chopstick, but like the split wood bamboo ones, that's hashi. What's your strongest Pokemon? My strongest Pokemon right now is, hold on. I'm so sorry. There's so many comments. I'm going to try to bust through these, I promise. My strongest is, now mind you, I've never used all straight hat. Is it 1,532 Gyarados? I'm not going to use Dust until I hit 30. Rainbow Screen? Badass. What? What's Rainbow? In America, Pokemon is dangerous, so I'm not going to play it. It's dangerous here. I've seen a lot of people who aren't paying attention riding their bikes or walking into the street. You just have to be careful. Have you watched Orange Yeti OMFG? No, I haven't. I don't think I know what Orange Yeti is. One sec. I forgot. Another vitamin. The Orange J drama is really good. I haven't seen that either. I think it's on Japanese Netflix. I don't remember. I'm writing a review comparing the anime, manga, and J drama. Okay, I'll write that down. When you guys do give me suggestions, I do go watch it. What is it? Orange J drama. Orange J drama. Okay. I'm writing it on an H&M receipt. そうだ、日本語のチャンネルはどうなった um, uh, I don't know when I'm gonna do it. It's gonna take time. It's not like a confidence thing. Like I'm fine doing it in Japanese. It's just a matter of like I want to make sure this channel is taken care of and I'm doing enough videos that you guys like, as opposed to starting up a new channel that Lord knows if anyone will stick with because it's in Japanese. So I'll stick with Alpha Sapphire for 3DS. Hey, that's cool. Whatever is your thing, you don't have to do everything that's like the new biggest thing. Like I just bought the new Hearthstone pack today, and I haven't played Hearthstone since it like beta. So like it's, and I didn't buy it. I had extra coins, but yeah, just whatever you guys like to do, do. I just got out Pokemon Go, and there was a Clefairy on the stream inside Chad's face. Bruh, one of those for the first time the other day. They're so rare here. I can't find them. I found this bench where literally I freaking caught like pretty much all the rarest Pokemon I have now. I caught on this bench. I caught like 60 Pokemon in an hour because there are these 3 thingies next to me, and every Pokemon, there was no Pidgeys or Slowpokes. It was all rare Pokemon. And I went back there the other day too and caught again only rare Pokemon. Yeah, don't mess with Texans. Mina, are you from Texas? Yeah, my mom told me about you. Oh, okay, well, Savannah, it's great to meet you. Welcome to the party. Welcome to the block party. Hold on a second. Freaking, where are we at? Hold on. God, there's so many of you. Wow, thank you guys so much. Oh my gosh. I am way behind. Okay, I'm going to start pounding these out to catch up on. Mas. I'm sorry for the late. I'm sorry I'm late for the stream. Don't worry, Banana Fish. You're good. Hello? Hello, JT. Wow, you got JT as your name. That's a rare name. You must have got on there earlier. Warhammer Fantasy is where it's at. I know Warhammer has a coming out, which looks super fun. I definitely want to play that on stream. I think it's coming out next year. Or maybe it's already out. I'm really behind on stuff. You should watch Guilty Crown, Excel World, Concrete Revolution. I assume it's Revolution. And I forgot the other one. Did you play Smite or League? No, I knew I'd get addicted too fast. I got super addicted to World of Warcraft, and I know I have addictive personality, so I can't play those games. Okay, I know Guilty Crown. I didn't know the other 2, but I know they're on. My friend sent me that on the recommendation list, so I don't need to write it down. But I will watch those, I promise. I liked Clan Ad. Don't judge. Boku wa Nihon ni? I don't know that kanji. Hey, you stumped me. I don't know that kanji, sorry. And I'm not going to Google Translate because there's too much to go through. I'm so sorry. Mark is coming to Denver for a show in April. I will hopefully be going to that. I love Alton Brown. If you guys haven't watched Good Eats, it's like the best cooking show ever. No way, I knew you were a gamer. No way, I knew you were a gamer. I play Blood Angels, and yes, I am a girl. I don't know what Blood Angels is. I do play. Oh, do you mean like tabletop games? Because I do play tabletop games. I was thinking of going to study abroad in Japan or Korea when going to college. I highly recommend any of you, if you get the chance to study abroad, do it. Outside of this like bubble of what your country and what your previous knowledge is. That's like kind of the bottom level of what I recommend. If you guys can, I recommend everyone in the world try to learn a language because it literally opens up millions of people with millions of different ideas that challenge your own. And I think it's super important to be, in being a complete human being, just to open up to different ideas. I went to a bookstore the other day here. I'm going to keep dabbing my tea. I went to a bookstore the other day here. And out of all the books, the ones that I knew that got translated, there was like 5 in this million, bookstore. So that means there's all these ideas, all these thoughts that are not going to be translated. That's so interesting that I have such a narrow view of even what people think about in the world, right? Like how they think about politics, how they think about stuff. This has opened me up to learning about like 113 million different people with different ideas, and especially Japan being such a hermit country, it's very, very different from America. So I recommend you guys learn a language if you can. Can you explain the use of the particle ga and how it's used in comparison to wa? There's not one rule with it. There's a couple different rules. Wa marks the topic, ga marks the subject. When you're talking to someone, the thing that you're talking about, the main thing is subject with wa. Ga are kind of bits and pieces of that. And where people get confused is oftentimes the subject is the topic. examples that I'm not actually going to teach, but that's just kind of, I should make a video about that. I think a lot of people struggle with that. The next thing is, wa typically focuses on the first part of the sentence. So like A, wa, B, des, the focus is on A. Whereas, and this is a super over simplification. The second part is that ga focuses on the latter part of the sentence. So like, inu ga daisuki, has to be like super easy, right? The focus isn't on dog, the focus is on you liking it. The heavier feeling is on the latter end of the sentence. And that comes into when you learn like no wa or no ga or like ni wa or a lot of these like double particle things that kind of focus on different halves of the sentences. Wa and ga is interesting. It's not that hard. Really just think about it this way. The main thing that you're talking about in a conversation when you talk with a Japanese person, label it as wa. Anything else that's new information to the sentence that, as long as you're not changing what the main thing that you're talking about is, throw on ga how you would use wa. Also, and this is for more advanced people, if you want the focus of your sentence to be on the latter half, this isn't like advanced Japanese, it's just more advanced than basic. If you want to focus it on the first half, use wa. If you want to focus it on the second half of the sentence, use ga. It's kind of weird. There's more rules than that, but that's kind of like, I assume those are the things that you're screwing up with. Not that you're screwing up, that you're having trouble with. That's what most people kind of struggle with. I'm learning Japanese through my books and music. I started in elementary and I'm still trying. Hey, freaking good for you, dude. Keep going. If interested, there is a stream option to reduce the delay. Not sure if it will stop the stream though. I don't want to risk it because this is all going to be one video once I'm done. And I probably have like 9 minutes left and I'm going to be able to do this just because I want to stop at around an hour. I don't want to put up a video on my channel that's longer than an hour unless you really like need questions answered. So again, I'm going to try to go through this. However, Temp, talk to me after this and we'll see if we can't find the right setting to reduce the latency. It's probably the biggest decision, but I don't know. Ask my parents, they were supportive, but I don't know. What do you think? What decision was that? I don't think I saw. Oh, Japan, that one. If they aren't supportive, it's not that you shouldn't go. I would definitely, your parents obviously wants best for you. Even if you don't think it, in our stupid child heads, we don't think about it, but like, they really do want what's best. Even if they have like a screwed up sentiment of like what's best, they do want that sometimes. Not that mine are that way, mine are awesome, but that's kind of how it is. Maybe there's a reason. I would listen to them. Like first, like listen to them and hear why they think it's a bad idea, and don't just immediately combat it with blah, 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 or hey, Chad said this. Listen to them. If what they're saying is valid and it's not like super irrational or they just don't want you to leave the country, go for it. If it's security concerns, Japan and Korea are super, like ridiculously safe. Like that's just not even a thing. If they're worried about money, money's a valid concern. Money's rough. But there's ways of getting around it. Just don't completely rule it out. So are you in high school now? No, I'm in like a trade school. So it's accredited with college. So I'm getting like a trade school degree. It's like a language certificate. I want to do translation when I'm done because I don't want to be tied down to a job. I don't want to have to like be stuck in a field that I hate. I want to be able to move around and hey, I want to go to Russia this week. All right, we can go to Russia because all my work's online. So I'm trying to learn a trade that'll allow me to do that. Nihongo wa meccha tanoshikatta. Yeah, I agree. All right. Banana Fish, download Tai Kim's guide to learning Japanese explains. Yeah, Tai Kim's is very, very good. Hey, Chad, can you hit the dab, please? I'm not very, I know what the dab is. I don't know what the song is, otherwise I'd sing with it. Hi from another Aussie. I love Japan. We'll be visiting next month. Hey, welcome, welcome, welcome to Japan. I don't know if I'll ever see you here, but if I do, say hi. I'm learning 3 languages. I've learned that, I read some studies about it. Learning, because I want to learn other languages too. Learning languages congruently, like shrimp how much you can actually learn of each language unless you're learning additional languages after a certain point. There's this point where and completely learn a language in that language it's like they call it like an intermediate plateau where it's after a certain point you just have to build in the language. And I forgot what study it was. I wish I could link it to you guys. Then learning other languages would be like they'd fit into some had to do with neural pathways, whatever. It's all speculative, but learning all 3 when you're not at a proficient level is you learn it less efficiently and you forget a whole bunch of stuff. So Don't stop. If that's your thing, do it. I was just letting you know that if you really want to learn all three, God, I forgot what it was. But it's like, it depends on the language too, like if it's Eastern or Western, but focus on one and focus super hard on it until you get to like a relatively proficient like level, and then keep studying that one half time and then introduce another one, and you'll actually learn that second one like twice as fast. Alrighty. Already done it. I know most of it and can read the language. I just wanted to hear his examples because I didn't find Tai Kim's examples explanatory enough. Well, I don't think I'm better than Tai Kim, but I appreciate the compliments. I'm learning Korean, Spanish, and Japanese. Korean's interesting. I took Spanish forever. After that, I'll try to learn French. Hey, do it up. Hi, Unity United. Hi. It's so fun. I want to be a linguist. Sophomore in high school. Cool. Spanish makes Korean a bit easier from what I've heard. I wouldn't know. I'm not going to read any of these off because it seems like you guys have your own conversation going. As nice as that is. Hold on. Freaking. Mod Master trying to keep the peace. Hold on. Oh gosh, this is ridiculous. Hold on. Wow, okay, I gotta start skipping ones that don't involve me. One sec, guys. Is it Korean is pretty easy or Korean? I mean, I imagine Korean. I doubt the Korean's easy to read. Okay. Ray Zero is probably going to be the best anime of the year so far. So good. Okay, so I knew that one. Just called Orange. I will. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure again, because that's been a one. Maybe they're making more. Easier in Korean for Korean, but Japanese. Okay. Ray Zero kara hajimeru. Oh, you stumped me again with that second kanji. I don't know it. Sekai seikatsu da yo. Okay, that makes sense. Even without that one kanji, I still kind of got the gist of it. Okay. Yeah, mod. 5 or 6 minutes for each of you to ask one question. If you guys have any, you don't have to, obviously. I'll sign off after that, and then I will see you guys on Wednesday. Is that okay? Cool? All right, give me 1 sec. Judge Everyone Loves Planet, one of the best animes ever created. Ah, that masterpiece. I think it's very good. Yes, I'm Texan. I swear I remember you telling me that. I just didn't want to assume. It's already making me insane just to learn Japanese, German, and Chinese that I'm not really good about. Okay. I agree with the learning a new language statement. Since I started learning, I can read the Monogatari light novels. Hey, that's freaking dope. Like, it's such a cool feeling to be able to, like, finally be able to read something in a language that's not your own and understand what's going on. Like, it makes you feel so empowered. Anyone know about University of Kansas's foreign language programs? I don't recommend language programs in colleges because they go super slow. I have a friend who went to Denver and DU, Denver University. He studied 4 years of Japanese. Japanese was his major. My Japanese right now is better than his. I've studied Japanese from my own on 2 years, and then I've been in school now for like 5 months. So it's half the time he took in college. My Japanese is already better than his, and I have another half year to go, and I'll leave with a certificate that hopefully will let me do Japanese translation or interpreting when I'm done in college. But if you must go to college, probably don't major in a language. You will get relatively, because when you major in a language, you get a whole bunch of other classes that kind of have to do with the language, but it's not language learning. Whereas if you minor in a language, I hear that it's more focused on language learning than on like the history of the language or whatever. Have you read Murakami? No, I haven't. I'm not used to reading Romanji in my head. I'm sorry. I'm used to Japanese. Anything from Haruki? I don't think so. I'm often wrong though, so who knows? I'll hit you up on Twitter. Awesome. I watched that Japanese man Yuta and his learning Japanese email list, and he says books like Genki Mina no Nihongo are very foreign when you speak like it to Japanese people, and they don't teach. here his point's accurate, but here's also why his point's wrong. This book is not meant to teach you fluent sounding Japanese. That's not the point. The point of them is to give you a base level of polite level Japanese that will help you build up from there. When you talk about learning like informal Japanese or learning like kind of colloquial or learning how to talk to your friends and how to like sound more native, you don't learn that in beginner Japanese. Why would you? It doesn't make sense. You would screw up so much, and you would use like informal kind of slangy Japanese with bosses when you don't realize it. So when you look at Genki or Mina no Nihongo, they are not meant to teach you like fluent sounding Japanese. They're meant to make sure you know what the particles mean. You have like a base of about, like 600 words or whatever, 700 words. So you have a base of words. So when you look and talk to people, you know what they're saying. You understand how to use mas and des forms. You understand how short forms are used, but they're not like explaining how to really use it. They don't teach you like the weird kind of subtleties of using like, there's so many things to talk about. I'll just finish up with this. They are good books. I've used them. I talk to tons of Japanese people who say I sound like super duper native. It's not because, oh, Genki makes you sound native, just because I studied it. It's because you really, really need to go out of your way, talk to people, have them correct your Japanese. How do I sound more native? You can't really learn native Japanese from a book or a mailing list. You have to talk to people and learn it. The other thing is when you get into higher levels, like the intermediate levels, the advanced levels, you learn the subtleties of the language and how to make it sound like how it's supposed to sound when you speak it. So he's right, but he's wrong. Real Japanese, does anyone know textbooks that have like everyday Japanese people use slangs and formal levels? Again, you're not going to get it from a book very well. It's kind of like there are books on like how to use American slang, and you read it and it's kind of like, it's still old slang. It doesn't keep up with everyday slang. And even then it's very dry. It's very textbook. And a lot of sounding native isn't in word choice or grammar choice. It's an intonation. It's how you say it. That being said, I don't know of any right now, but I promise that when I recommend these books, again, they're not to teach you how to sound native. They're to get you to understand. That's what it is. It's up here. It's up here knowledge. When it comes to speaking slang and speaking just how people talk during the day, right? You gotta meet a Japanese person, Japanese friends. And so that way they're not speaking mas and des to you, that they're speaking like how they speak to their homies. And I bet a lot of you guys probably aren't at that level yet, which is okay. But you'll get there. And you need a knowledge base like this, otherwise you won't ever get there. Hey Chad, I'm in my second year of high school. What's your advice when it comes to studying in Japan? Do it. That's my advice. Don't worry about it. Do it. Omodoru. Okay. Yeah, my bad. I know I have a board here. Okay, I know the meaning, the writing, and the meaning, the writing, and the freaking, what do they call it? The whatever, doesn't matter. Of 730 kanjis. So not perfect. I know a lot, but I'm not perfect. Yo, freaking, hold on, I'm so close. One sec, guys. I'm so sorry for keeping you. One sec. You don't know if you will get this in time, but Flip says hi, miss you, buddy. Hi, Flip. I miss you too. You guys are my favorite part about the shelter, easily. Inu ga daisuki desu. You think the ga indicates what the person likes, assuming you're talking about what someone liking dogs is using an indicator of what someone likes in that case. Yeah. So I'm omitting obviously like watashi wa inu ga daisuki desu. So like the what I'm talking about is me. Wa. Dog is like a piece of the sentence about what I like, right? It's kind of like, it's not me, but it pertains to me, so you'd use ga. The other thing with ga is it's focusing not on dog, but the fact that I like dogs. So it's also kind of pushing, this is such a weird way to put it, it's pushing to the last half of the sentence. When you get into like, so I'm in ChuuKyuu E Ikou, like the intermediate kind of levels. When you get in there, they more fine tune exactly work, but on their own, like that's a super easy sentence. On their own, you need to use, there's like kind of set rules, but when you get into compound particles, ni wa, no wa, that type of stuff, then it kind of finesses and makes it a lot more fluid. But until then, that's kind of like the foundation of how that works. Thanks, Chad. This was fun. Have a nice day. See you, Mina. 1 sec, freaking. I'm so close. I'm so close to being done. What textbooks or programs have you used? I don't have money, but I would like to prepare. So I used Genki Book. So well, first off, I used Japanese Pod 101. It's a free program. I used that for seasons 1 and 2, and then all the way through the newbies. Then I went to Genki Book 1 and 2. After Genki Book 1 and 2, I went to ChuuKyuu E Ikou, and while I was doing ChuuKyuu E Ikou, oh, I gotta remember how to pronounce it. ペアで覚えるいろいろな、いろいろな言葉, which is a bulk word thing. It teaches you like bunches of different words for like similar situations. Like here's words pertaining to school and work, travel abroad, anime, whatever, tons of different words. And you learn like 30 words a chapter, and it has like 39 chapters. It's a really good book. I'll probably do a video on it soon, but that's how I'm learning words. And that's where I'm at right now. I'm about to be done with ChuuKyuu E Ikou, but I will. Thanks, Chad. It's been great. Huddle. Hi, Tara. I'm so sorry you're catching me kind of at the end. I currently have a subscription to Japanese Pod and use the personal tutor and tools they give me. My college classes really slow paced. Yeah, college is really slow when it comes to language. And so having something to do on your own is super duper good. 1 sec. I'm so super close. Hold on. I currently have a subscription to Japanese. Use my, okay, sorry. Blah, 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 blah. Lots of great recommendations too. Hey, you just great. I just because I disagree with his opinion doesn't mean it's not accurate. I actually picked up some Japanese manga, even though I can't read it. Hey, I did too before I came here. You will eventually be able to read it. Have you read Japanese manga? I haven't. I assume it's like how to learn Japanese manga. Which, hey, I don't know if it works. Maybe it does. If it does, let me know. Freaking, there's so much happening here. 1 sec. I'm just about done. Yotsuba is a great book for learning stuff. どのぐらい日本語を勉強してる？多分2年ぐらいでした。I forgot, and for my list. Yotsuba is such a funny series. Yeah, Yotsuba is just really good and really easy. Hi, Candy Addict. Okay, so now I'm near the bottom. Let me finish. I got like 5 left. Does anyone watch abroad in Japan? I do. I like them a lot. You are awesome. Thank you, Candy Addict. Static, thanks, JK. どこに住んでいる？どうだよ。今、福岡に住んでますけど、前の旅行では、東京住んでます。ちょっとでしたね。でもね、東京あんまり好きじゃないんよ。Did I say no? Oh God, sorry. I'm talking like Kengo. Oh God, Kengo, I'm sorry. Do you know Charla? I've never met her, but I do know her. I know Michaela in person. She's like a buddy of mine, but I've never met Charla. Okay, thank you. I feel like I understand it better now. I feel like I can use the example. Sakana ga sugi na hito much more correctly now. Have a good day. It covers mostly particles and correct usage. Perfect. Okay, so I'm caught up. So for the remainder of you guys watching, so sorry it went a bit over. If you guys have any final questions, if you guys have any things you want me to say or to ask you or do anything, right now I'll bump through them as quickly as we can. For those of you who were expecting a Saturday video, right now I'm at, gosh, what is it? I'm at 760 kanjis in remembering the kanji. I am at, I finished ChuuKyuu E Ikou. I started a book called Pea de, I'll pull it up on here. This is actually, a teacher gave this to me, and it's a great book. I recommend it. It's entirely in Japanese. There's no English. So it's a bit rough if you're not prepared for it. It's called Pea de Oboeru Iroiro na Kotoba. It's super good. I'll make a video about it later more specifically, but this is a very good book. Okay, let me keep going through this. It's crazy to think all the Japanese vloggers and Chad all live in the same country. Yeah, I'm actually making a lot of friends with them. It kind of surprised me as well. Bye-bye. Arigato. Thanks for talking, you know. I appreciate it. Yeah, Dave Trippin is also a great vlogger in Japan. Dave Trippin's super dope. Tanoshikatta. Hey, it was fun talking to you too. I love your personality. Thank you so much. I don't, but I guess everyone has their own thing. Have you been to Kanto? If you haven't, would you like to go? I was planning on going this summer. Some stuff came up and I wasn't able to. I probably will be going before I leave. I'm not big on like tourist spots. So seeing Kyoto and Osaka, I might just go to see like the few super famous things you kind of have to. But I'd like to go to the Kanto area. Well, technically that's a Kansai area. Kanto would be like near Tokyo, I think. My head's all jacked up. I'm tired. I've been talking for a while. I would like to go, yeah. can you do fishing video in Japan? I plan on doing a series about it. Catch fish. I go fishing all the time, but I just need to be able to catch fish. I'm going to be sending a PM probably tomorrow. Hey, cool, do it up. I'm curious, what other YouTubers in Japan have you gotten to know? I've gotten to know Kayla. I've gotten to know, frick, I need to go to my YouTube channel. YouTube, why? Okay, so I don't, now I feel crappy. Okay, how about this? Who asked me that? I'll get back to you on Twitter. I can't leave this page that I'm aware of without stopping the stream, and I'll let you guys know who it is. I don't want to be like a name dropper, so I think I'm happy I kind of caught myself anyways. Because it's not about like knowing them for fame. They're nice people. I've met them, you know, doing crap around. I have more questions about the area. No problem. I'm happy to answer. Bye. Bye, Zaira Padilla. See ya. I met this guy at an airport in DIA. Yeah, I remember you, dude. I remember your whole little crew. Any good new anime? Frick, I don't know, man. I have no idea. You know what I do like? I like Ghost Stories, the dub. I watch that on YouTube. If you want a really funny anime, watch that. It's old, but it's good. I'm so late, but hi. Hi, Mackenzie. Hi. Yeah, see, I know you too. Hi, Mackenzie. Keigo ga kirai da yo. Well, Keigo isn't what I wasn't using Keigo. I was talking about Kengo. Kengo's a friend of mine, and he speaks in like this weird slangy, it's like Hakata Ben, but it's not Hakata Ben, and that's when I was using it. Instead of ndes, like when you're explaining yourself, it's like new, or like use new and then a chisai and then a su. But I was just talking like him. When I talk to my friends, I talk super hood ratty, and I talk kind of like colloquial South Japanese, so I feel kind of bad. Anyways, Chad, do you use other memorized lists as well as your own private one? And could you possibly release the private memorized list? You don't have to. I'm just curious. I will. They're not private. They're all public. I'll probably link to them somewhere, maybe on Twitter. Twitter seems to be my big contact thing. I did use both of the Genki 1 and 2 public lists. The ChuuKyuu A list is my own list because they didn't have a pink cover list. Public. And I made a list for this that I'm still finishing right now. I mean, this is 39 chapters, and I'm 5 chapters in. But I'll post links to all those. Yay. Okay. Zoobs, scroll up. What? Oh, the guy. Never mind. Non-Saidayo. I am 22. I am 22 years young. What's your memorized account name? I think it's just Chad Zimmerman. I might be wrong. Again, I'll tweet all this out. I think it's Chad Zimmerman. No. I guess. I mean, I don't like consider myself a nerd, but well, I guess I like nerdy things, but that doesn't make you a nerd, so I don't know. But are you really going to try and live in Japan forever? It's definitely not forever. I like Japan. The longer I'm here, the more I like it better than America, but I do miss my family quite a lot. So before I make any commitments anywhere, I have a lot of prayer to do and a lot of like soul searching. I do like it here. I know when I'm done here, I won't immediately come back. I'm going to stay in America for like a little bit. And then I'll kind of decide there like what I want to do, if I want to come back and stay or not. I might be moving to Okinawa. Hey, that's cool. Do it up. Okinawa is super nice. It's kind of like the Hawaii of Japan. Did you ever finish all the Yotsuba manga, Chad? I've gotten to 6, but I have all of them. They're all, well, I don't have them now. They're at my house in America. I brought a couple with me here. That's because I predominantly planned on buying more manga here, so I didn't bring all of them. Don't resist the nerd, Chad. Embrace the nerd. Don't be lying to us. I just don't want to be that guy. It's like, I'm such a nerd, guys. Look at me. I play Dungeons and Dragons, and I, watch anime. Like, I don't like being that guy. I do all that stuff, but that doesn't make you a nerd. Like, I know plenty of, like, when I was in high school, someone on my D&D team was played football on the team. He was a jock. Make you a nerd to like these things. It just matters if you self-identify with it. So, whatevs. Also, I'm 15 years old for people who don't know. Oh, I didn't know that. So my English job I'm starting is in Chiba. Have you ever been in the area? Haven't met anyone from it. Chiba's nice. I haven't been there. I do know of like a lot of like sightseeing stuff to do around there, but it's nice. I mean, I'm not I'm not a big fan of giant cities, but I live like in the center of Fukuoka, so that's saying a ton. Can I be your friend when I come to Japan? Let's do it. Let's be friends. No Olympicsを見てる. I haven't been watching the Olympics. I don't have access to it. It's blocked here pretty much. Chad is 15. I'm not 15. I am 22. I have volume 1 through 9 of Yotsuba, but only on volume 7. I believe there's... Frick. Isn't there 13 volumes? I could be wrong. I don't remember. Jurok Saida. Oh, you're 16. Hey, nice to meet you. Your Japanese is very good for someone who's 16. Kanji's too, so good for you. How many genders do you believe in? This is controversial. 2. This is such a freaking stupid thing. So what I'm not doing is I'm not degrading other people who go, I don't identify as one. Is the argument's gotten freaking ridiculous lately. And I'm sure I have trans friends. I have a trans buddy back home. And he's even like, yeah, this is out of hand. This is ridiculous. People who identify as computers, people who identify as dragons, like a mythical creature, right? What has happened, the gender argument has actually hurt the LGBT community's legitimateness and being taken seriously. And so I don't really respect people who do that. And so if you're talking about, hey, Chad, you have to use the pronoun they when you refer to me. I mean, I'll do my best not to like offend you, but for the same reason that like, this is why I love freedom of speech. So I'm a Christian, right? Obviously I've had a channel with 100-something videos. I don't think I've really ever mentioned it. If I have to say, if you guys want to address me, my pronouns, which is I am a sinner and Christ is Lord. You can't refer to me as he. That's not my gender. My gender is Christian male. So you have to refer to me as that. Rightfully so, you guys would be like, screw you, Chad. I'm not going to do that. You can't make people refer to people a certain way. It's not how the world works. We are not in your safe zone. The world is tough. Wear a cup. People are always going to bully you. People are always going to degrade you. You need to rise above it. You don't need to you, right? That's why I don't care. You can believe you're whatever. I don't care. I just don't personally believe in, oh, I'm a dragonkin. I'm a tree folk. Like, no. Your name is Stephanie or Tim or Roger, whatever. Probably a not popular opinion, but I don't really care. Try to learn Japanese characters a bit hard. Hey, it's hard, but it's worth it. I am so offended right now. I identify as a hammerhead shark. See, this is the type of BS that comes from this. Gender is so controversial nowadays. Like, you can identify as whatever you want, but everyone should identify themselves as a person, a human. But either way, you can do what you want. Yeah, I mean, do whatever you want. The key is you can't make people do what they want. For the same reason Christians can't make you guys be Christians, you can't make us refer to you a certain way. And if that offends you, hey, I don't want to be around people who don't refer to me as this. You can. I think that's a very isolationist mind point, or like mind point. Wow, boy am I articulate. I'm even screwing up on that. It's very like, oh, well, this is me and my group. It's like Christians to say, I only want to hang out with other Christians and people who recognize what I do. My job as a human being is not to validate your opinions. You can believe whatever you want. I have the right to either agree or say you're freaking stupid. But that I have to respect you less or degrade you less as a person. I believe that there is a all-creative God who created people, and we sinned and we screwed up, and now the world is bad, not because of him, but because we screwed up, because we are constantly screwing up, and we are a world full of awful, awful people. I believe that the same God came down in human flesh and died for people, so that way we wouldn't have to suffer the consequences of our substitute, but that way we are basically bought out and it's completely free. That's a ridiculous thing to claim, that the God of the universe came down in human flesh and died for people, right? And I respect if you guys do not agree with that. I totally do. That's what I believe in. And I don't expect you to validate my opinion, my belief. You don't have to. You don't have to say, Chad, that's a valid opinion. I respect you. No, you can be like, Chad, that's freaking stupid. That's crazy. Cool. You don't have to. And that's something that people don't get, is that we don't have to. I don't have to validate your opinion for you to have it and for you to hold it as true, or for me to hold my opinion as true. And we can respect each other as people. Gender doesn't have to be this violent thing that you beat people over the head with. You can just be people and be cool. But what do I know? Frick, this blew up since I said, I'm so sorry. As someone in the LGBT community, I agree with you, but I don't mind people asking me to use they, them pronouns, but I always say I'm going to screw up a few times. I'm the same way. You're Canadian? Good. I identify as a Seahorse polysexual. I hope these are jokes. There's a Lego minifigure. You also offended me. Triggered. Mindset plus viewpoint equals mind point. Hey, I'll take it. Creating a new English as you teach Japanese. Is terrible. But people identify who don't identify as male or female don't realize the English language has based upon those two genders. I've heard that argument too. I really don't care. Preach chat, amen. Hey, I'm not trying to be on a pedestal, guys, but for real. Oh, you just lost all your subscribers. You know, that's probably going to happen, but again, I'm not like trying to be some social justice warrior. I'm also not trying to be some meninist. I just don't agree with like being forced to validate people even if you don't agree with them. I think that's not right, and I don't think that's the act. I think that we should all have our own opinions, and they can be valid to us or they can be invalid to others, but it doesn't devalue us. And hey, if people don't like that and they unsubscribe, I can't help that. I try to be open and honest with you guys about what I believe, and I'm not like someone that goes on about politics or whatever, but you know, that's just what I believe. Because what should they call you by a shark? Do you believe in evolution? I believe in macro or micro evolution. She's turning into kinds, but I don't believe like where what do you call it? Where whole I wish I like domains or whatever change to other domains. Not because it's like, well, the Bible doesn't do it. That's not it. I'm someone that really likes to look at facts and someone who doesn't really agree with even scientific study says this. Okay. I'm sure if you guys, a lot of you watch that John Oliver report, you see that scientific studies are pretty much funded by yes answers, and that's the only way they get funded, which I respect. I need to read something all the way through. I need to sift through the evidence myself. My big thing is I can't see, you know, kinds change to kinds, and that's never been recorded throughout all human history that we've had so far. Doesn't mean it's not true. Could be. I just don't know, and I don't believe in stuff, at least from the scientific field, unless it is backed up by, you know, it's not really evidence. I don't really care about that. But like when I hear people that like berate me about like evolution, they haven't read any studies or sifted through any evidence. They kind of rely other smart people to do that. And I see that as the same as people who just believe in the Bible and the people who wrote it, or like pastors blindly without sifting through the evidence themselves. There's a lot of false teachers in the church. There's a lot of people who need to put down their like protesting signs, need to pick up their Bible and freaking read it because they don't know what's in that book at all, like the freaking Westboro Baptist Church. The same people that like, well, look at this study, and they send me a link to a study and I'll actually read it and I go, nothing in here confirms that. This is all speculation. And they go, well, these people believe it. I don't care if smart people believe it. It doesn't matter to me. Like, I don't care how high your intelligence is. Yeah, he's a Christian. Yes, I am. I identify as a 15-year-old Australian male who believes in all religions and none at the same time. Cool. Do you, bro? See, this is what real life can be. You can just, you know, you can just agree with people and, you know, let everyone live their life. Hello. Hey, guest person. Okay, now I identify as a 34th scale of a fish that no one had discovered yet. See, that's the fallacy of this argument. But I do respect transgender people and their opinions. It's just the internet has made so many memes. It's like it's making a joke of gender issues. These people aren't bringing it to the forefront. They're bringing it to the forefront of memes and to jokes. They're not helping the cause. They're hurting it, if anything. I lean on logic too. Yeah, so I believe in the Bible because of faith, because I haven't been shown evidence contrary to it. I don't want, well, here's fossil records. Have you sifted through the fossil records? Because I haven't. I don't have the time to do that. It's not that it's not true. I just don't have evidence for it. So I'm going to lean on faith until evidence shows me otherwise. And since evidence hasn't, I stick to faith. I just want to have an intellectual conversation with you, Chad. Picking your brain seems like fun. I think it's just because I don't take arguments seriously and I don't get like butthurt if people don't agree with me. I think we can all be adults and like talk about stuff that's controversial without having to change people's minds or feeling the need to like be right. I think we can just talk stuff out. And I think that's really, our generation is really good about that, but there's a very small segment of us with a very loud voice, and they're kind of called Tumblr. And they make that very hard to just talk to people and have different opinions without them feeling the need to finish the debate. Have you read Ender's Game series? No, but I know about it. I was going to read it in high school, but I got lazy. You must be talking about the Ken Ham Bill Nye debate. No, actually, that's just how I feel as a person. I like Bill Nye a lot. I really like him. I think he has a lot of really cool ideas. I actually don't really like Ken Ham at all. That maybe doesn't help a lot of people. I never liked him, and I don't think he speaks for the majority of Christians because he's something called a strict evidentialist, which I believe is not accurate because even in the Bible says without faith you can't please God. It's a faith thing. You need to take a step in the dark, right? And what science does, it tries to build a bridge out into the dark until we've discovered everything. And I don't believe science can, and I think that there has to be an element of faith. So I don't really like Ken Ham that much. I like Bill Nye way more, even if I don't agree with him on everything. But that's cool. You know, I don't agree with a lot of people on everything. Bill Nye crushed Ken Ham. I agree. I was rooting for Bill Nye. A lot of people made that about religion, and that debate wasn't about like, is the Bible true or is logic true? The debate was about, can you be Christian and be a science in the modern field? I believe it's possible. I know a lot of scientists who are personally, like I've actually met them, but I also know a lot of people who say you can't. I'm not one of these like crazy smart people that go, well, in order for you to be a scientist, X reasons. I haven't done any research on that. I don't know if that's a thing. I just know people who are scientists and who are Christians. So because they are scientists and they are Christians, I go, okay, cool. Oh, I miss Japan. I was in Japan like a week ago. Is the weather still hot? The weather's freaking ridiculous here. It sucks. I understand religion, all that, evolution, but what people say, what do you believe in? It doesn't really matter, and you shouldn't judge because it doesn't affect your life. Yeah, I don't mind talking about what I believe in because I really believe in it. Like it's real to me. I believe in it. But I also don't like when I again, this is the Christian thing. I believe that people are born dead in trespasses and sins, blah, blah, blah. I'm not trying to preach to you guys. This is what I believe. I believe people are born dead in trespasses and sins. Dead people don't make decisions. You have to be our Holy Spirit, that's our dude, into believing. Because of that, I don't believe that I can change your mind based on talking smooth points or by having graphs. I believe that it has to be a supernatural thing that you eventually wake up and go, oh, okay, I believe this. Cool. And if you don't, it doesn't hurt my feelings at all. Sorry, now we're getting into religion stuff. Cool. Are Genki volumes effective? They're effective in giving you a basic beginner knowledge of the language and how to use it. Yes. To be fluent, obviously not. They're not meant for that. They're an introduction to beginner Japanese. As an American human in their 20s, I think it's a requirement for us 20-something-year-olds to love Bill Nye. I agree. I didn't know you were 20-something, Mackenzie. Sorry I came in late. Oh, you're good. The book, Hito, good to go. Religion, politics, and sex, the 3 topics you should avoid to keep a higher viewer base. Again, this is something that probably is unpopular. I'm not trying to get a high viewer base. I'm stoked just having the people that watch me. And if I'm saying anything that offends you, I guess first I'm sorry, but like I'm not. I told myself and I promised myself when I started this, I'm going to be open and honest with you guys. And that's what I'm going to be. And if people don't like it, then they don't like it. I'm not a Bible. I'm not going to hit you. Do you have a Bible? Yeah, I won't like hit you on the head with one of these. That's not my job. My job is to talk about Japan, but I do believe this stuff. And if you guys ask me questions about it, I'll tell you. I'm a Christian, but I don't. God, I'm so sorry, guys. I didn't mean to start this debate. Don't mean to know. I haven't done okay. Cool. I agree, Tempest. I didn't know you're Christian. Cool. I had to love those songs at the end of Bill Nye's episodes. Bill. Yeah. Chad, making Chad getting triggered. He's sweating up a river. I'm not sweating. I have my AC on. I'm 20 exactly and awkwardly born on 420. I'm actually straight edge. I don't smoke, but yeah. Oh, you're 20. It's cool. We love you for being you, Chad. Hey, that's really all I could ever ask. Like, you guys don't have to agree or like me, but hey, as long as you guys don't hate me, I guess. And if you do hate me, it's a valid opinion. I hate me a lot too. But I get mistaken for 16-inch all the time. I haven't seen a lot of your pictures. I can see why, but I think it's just because, you know, the angles. Sorry for going off topic. No worries, you're good. Chad, how many girls do you rack up per hour? Is there a negative number? I'm not very popular with girls because I'm not very like, I don't know. I don't think I'm very cool. I don't know. I'm weird. I think a lot of girls probably want to like go to movies or go out to eat or go to clubs, and I want to go to like jazz clubs and play Dungeons and Dragons. So I don't know if that's such a turn on for a lot of girls. I want to actually read the Bible. Seems like an enjoyable book. It's a good book. The cool thing is how historical it is. The Dead Sea Scrolls. One of the big reasons those were big is because it's our oldest current Old Testament that we have. And not all of it's the Old Testament, but they have like a bunch of books in the Old Testament. And what's funny is in that book, it is exactly how our current translation is, except for the names of certain cities. So it kind of proves that, you know, that telephone argument that goes, well, if I whisper this word, it goes around the room like in a classroom when you play telephone. Well, it's going to end up something weird. This says that in at least the last 2,000 years, which is when the Dead Sea Scrolls were estimated to have been written, at least the Old Testament wasn't done that way in 2,000 years. So it kind of disproves that telephone argument, which is why it was such a big deal when it first got discovered in the 50s. And is still continuing to be studied and be made a big deal of, I guess. You don't offend me. I view your videos on my oath path to getting my master's. You're sweating. Check your shirt. Oh, that's probably just because it's hot. Yeah. I don't know. It is Japan, guys. I do sweat a lot. I'm a Christian too, but what people don't understand that with science, you also have to prove it wrong too. Cool. I guess. We need to start sending Dungeons and Dragons girls Chad's way. We don't need my way. I'm not a very good person, so they'll like me. Hey, Chad, my friend just came on, and please tell him you remember us at the airport. I do remember you guys at the airport. I know exactly who you guys are. You were the coolest freaking high schoolers I've ever met. You guys are dope. Not to discourage all the other high schoolers watching. You guys are cool. Chad, I got you that hookup, mate. Bro, we don't need, I don't need girls. We're good. Can I get a shout out? Western Review Tech. Yeah, bro. I can't shout out your content because I don't know anything about it, but like, I bet you're a cool dude if you're on here. Most people I know on here are pretty decent folks. Frick, this is going long. I'm so sorry, guys. Here, we'll finish real quick. I'll just finish reading this real quick and we'll get out of here. For a while, it's enjoyable in some places. One places are boring. Knowing the historical background behind it helps a lot. I actually want to get my master's in theology, so I think religion is something that is meant to give strength, but just like anything, it can be a double-edged sword. It can be used to oppress other people and raise them up. It can definitely be used to oppress people. It's been historically used to oppress people, but so is democracy. That doesn't mean democracy is a bad idea. What happens is the people who believe in the idea make the thing bad. It's not the thing itself. It's like there's nothing inherently wrong with a marijuana plant. Like in a forest, there's one plant standing, right? Not that pot's bad. I'm just using an example, right? There's a plant there. No one's around to use it. It's not inherently bad. But there are people who can abuse pot, and there are people who don't abuse pot. So it's a matter. The issue's in people's hearts. Once you go stop the stream, yeah, I know. There's so many people that comment. I'm sorry. I'll just real quick buzz through these. Cool. A lot of people in here are Christians. I didn't realize it. Cool. Cool if you're not Christian as well. I just didn't know. Then read the Book of Revelations. Yeah. I've read it a lot actually. How hot is it where you're at? Right now it's like 30 something. Dude, high school is difficult. I feel ya. It's already ending. I'm sorry. I will do more streams like this. You guys seem to enjoy it. Still be in Japan next summer. No, I won't. I'll be back home. My visa's up in March. What if there's a manga based on the Bible? I think there is. I feel like I stated the wrong book. I don't know which book you're talking about. Hey, Revelation. I don't know. Maybe did use the wrong book. I don't know. I don't know what the context was. Hey, I need some help with my last video on my channel. I made a video called Apples or Marshmallows. I need survey data for a future video. Everyone go check out Tara's video. I'll go check it out once I'm done. What is it like in Japan? How is it different from America? A lot's different. I can't talk about that all at once since I'm ending the stream. I was in 8th grade at the time. Now I'm in high school. Yeah, high school's hard. Cool. So here's what we're going to do. Stream's over as far as I'm concerned. I just want to say thank you guys so much for sticking with me for almost 2 hours. Thank you guys for being awesome. I really sincerely appreciate it. You guys are freaking the best. I want to do this more. This was fun. I should definitely freaking stream more. I probably will now, and I will work on the Skype calls with all you guys. This was a blast. Thank you guys so much for being on here. If you guys like this video, even though it's live stream, there is a like button and it helps other people find this. Please do consider liking it. I can't tell you how much it actually helps statistics, right? YouTube's all about statistics. If you guys want to see more streams, if you guys want to see more stuff, subscribe. It'll pop up on your feed, as well as my other 2 videos normally per week that I do. All these people I shouted out, you guys should definitely go check out because they're freaking awesome. Shin, Tempest Prod's awesome. Tara had that video. Go check her out. There's a whole bunch of other people, but yeah, if you guys have any questions past this stream, because it's about to end, leave them in the comments. I'll answer them when I'm done with work, when I'm done here. Man, this is just so fun. You guys are so awesome. And it's such a good group of people. Like, when people talk religion or politics, and like people get pissed off, and the fact that I was able to talk about this with you guys and we were all just cool to each other, even though we're all very different. Hey, good on you guys. Like, this makes me so happy that I have the fan base I have. I am so blessed and excited to have you guys be like a part of my life and follow me, because I certainly don't deserve it. So thank you guys so much. I will catch you guys on Saturday or on Wednesday with the other language video. And sincerely, thank you guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You guys are the reason I do this. So I love you very much. I'll catch you guys later. Bye, everybody.